Hello, everyone, and welcome to Different Stages Radio. I'm your host, JJ, broadcasting from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And on today's show, we have for you lead vocalist, lyricist from prog rock, prog metal band KINGCROW, who just released their 8th studio album on August 23rd, titled Hopium. Please welcome my guest, Diego Marchesi. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Hi, everyone. Hi,
Good to,
everyone. Hi,
good to see
JJ.
you. Good to see you. Now,
Good to see you.
I purposely said the prog rock, prog metal way in there because I know that's a bit of a touchy area, but I will say that
Yes.
I think it's a good way perhaps to start luring in people that don't know about KINGCROW, and then you can kind of build on your overall sound from there because you are much more than a prog rock, prog metal band, especially with the new album Hopium, which my first few run throughs of it are just brilliant. So there's tons of substance, tons of hills and valleys. Love the dynamics. Takes you different areas. I know there's going to be months of absorbing, and that's the sign of a great record. So how about we start maybe because I think people in North America, Canada in particular, where I am, there's people that are aware of KINGCROW. It's not that you're new; you've been around a long time, but there are still people that perhaps aren't aware of KINGCROW. So what can you tell
Ye-
maybe some newbies that are just maybe listening to hearing about KINGCROW for the first time?
Yeah, for sure. When you use the label prog rock, is something that fits because uh, now we've been changing a lot in 3 years because maybe people that knows us from 10 years ago or 15 because we got a lot of years uh, on our shoulders. So we are root in the metal style, but in the through the time, the style, the way of making music changes. We grow up, we become a little bit older. So the what can I say for the newbies is something different from the past. It's something uh, more rock or post rock. People like to say this, but with prog, with the profound deep root in the prog, has some spark of metal here and there. That is our youth.
Yeah, and I think maybe to expand on that too, to try to bring in some new fans, as I watched the video that you put out on YouTube, kind of the walkthrough of the album with the rest of the band, and I thought that was a great way to perhaps expose people and to get them hopefully their ears opening up to listening to KINGCROW and Hopium in particular, because yeah, like it was interesting listening to each of you talk about your favorite tracks and how that can change from time to time and depending on the mood. And I think it's great how it seems each guy kind of has their particular favorites. I know a lot of you seem to go back to the title track, of course, because that seems to be the the basis, the structure, the cement of the album. But there's so much going on, and I can see how an opinion could change, not just from members within the band, but from even fans. It's like, oh, today this was my favorite song on the record, but tomorrow it's this.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's you're right. You're right. With we got something that great for us, but we got different tastes in music and in our music too. Sometimes one of us thinks that this tune is great. Is gonna be the single. Is uh if you think about it, the most listened uh, mm, tune in our album is White Rabbit Soul, and we didn't put as a single. We didn't bet on it because it's a little bit difficult. Is full of layers. Is full of stuff. So we enjoyed so much. Is one of my favorite song alongside Hopium maybe. But in this moment, as you say, in this moment, with this mood, maybe today and tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, we'll talk about it again. But when you write a song and an album with that coherence, you know, inside, you don't know what and nothing about what people uh, can think about it, so can embrace this song, this mood, this soundcraft. So for us was a surprise to hear that what Rabbit Soul was a lot welcomed, no, and maybe something else, I don't remember what, but a little bit less that we think is an highlight. So we fight each other sometimes. No, we have to put this one. No, this is better. But it's great to have different influences in our band. It's something that is our trademark, maybe.
And where would you say some of those influences come from?
Maybe
yeah, like maybe what were there some things maybe in the last few years that maybe gave Hopium a bit more color, or is this just the way the band has grown over the past, I guess, 20 years?
I think that we had a lot of different experiences. We played in a different world, not just the environments, metal environments, as our prime, and so we listen basically different things, because I'm more rooted in the rock and post-rock music, and maybe in something like Radiohead, Pineapple Teeth, and we in common we got for sure Rush, because I think all of us listened to Rush and started listening to Rush music. But maybe Diego, the guitar and the mastermind of the project, is crazy for Pink Floyd, and the brother listened to metal, and not the classic one, but old kind of metal. And so imagine what a monster
you
when you
throw it all into the pot. You throw it into the pot, you mix it all up, you get King Crow. And I think that's the way that, you know, bands can bring in little elements of their influences without being perhaps a quote unquote rip off of said band where you're just being a clone. But there's the elements where I find that really neat, where I can listen and it's like I latch on to maybe 5-7 seconds of a King Crow track and go, it's kind of nope. And now it went over here a little bit. And it's like, it's not that. There's a little flavor of that, but it's not just that.
Yeah. To be honest, we hate to is risky. This way of working is risky sometimes, because people often like to say, this is Leprous. Okay, this is Pink Floyd. Okay, this is, but we got all of them. But we work a lot on our style. We wanna in the future people listen to a tune and say it's like King Crow, and it's starting to happen.
That's
so
awesome.
It's good for us, because we take risks. Sometimes we change albums from the sound from the previous one to this one. It changes a lot. We don't like to that's why we waited maybe 6 years for the album, because we wanna do something good for us and representative for us.
Well, then you just answered my question, because I was going to ask, why was it? How's it been 6 years? That's a
Yeah,
pretty significant
yeah.
gap.
And to add something to your question, it's not just for the strictly for the to be sharp and precise. Is for many problems about the COVID, because
Exactly.
we were on tour during the COVID. They closed the boundaries
Yeah,
the day before, so we had the chance to do the last gig, and then
that's it,
we came back to Rome.
man.
Sorry?
No, I was saying that's just horrible that you're just in the middle of a tour and that's it, done.
Yeah, and I remember we were in Germany, and people was already scared about it. So then we had a great response, but for the last two gigs, the half of the people, because we were already in there, so people were scared, and we've been able to do all the gigs, and it's good. But from then on, many things has changed. So we took time to think about it, to think about a good product, more grown up, maybe more
Mature.
uh, mature.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
and
good.
focus perhaps, because I feel that there's a lot of focus on this album. Like it's
Yeah,
yeah, without
yeah, and
being
sorry.
mechanical. Yeah, sorry, it's very focused without feeling mechanical. Where I can't say enough that, and I mentioned this in many times in interviews, whenever a band puts out an album with space, because I find that that's such a lost art. Hills and valleys, letting an album breathe, and that's what I find is so brilliant with this album so far.
Yeah, it's the way we work. We don't write something that we don't like. I know maybe we're not the Iron Maiden, so we don't need to publish something every 1 year and a half, everything. And I like them in the so yeah, I'm not talking about a band that I don't like, but um, it's not the way we work. We are Italians, so in Italy, this genre is strange. Is something that we don't put. Is There are few bands like us that struggle to do this kind of music. So we are used um, to um, have critics, criticism, and so for us is it's okay. We wanna give to the people, to the our now we have to call followers, but we would like to see audience and friends the a good product every time. Maybe we got a couple of songs that we didn't put in the album because it's something that we don't like 100%, or maybe the sound is not so tight, and so they stay there, and we put in the album just what we think is 100% our way of thinking and playing in this period, in this moment, in this now.
Well, it's true. Often less is more. You get a lot of
This
times
is
albums with 16, 17, 18 tracks, but it's just not necessary. Your classic 10, 11 track album is kind of okay. I can
yeah,
get through this, and it's not kind of wearing on you and just draining and draining and draining. And to have that respect to know when to pull back and go, we don't need to put it all out. This might
no,
need
no,
to
you
be
have
empty.
to
Yeah.
you need something to say every time. and I had with I worked on the lyrics for the whole album except one song is Diego's lyrics. Um, but because I had something to say. If you don't have it, I don't put, and I think it's the same for the music. When they think about it, we don't put something unnecessary, something that worked in the past, and okay, people wanna hear this, people wanna hear that. Okay, sounds like a little bit snob maybe, but it's not is the point. It's not the point. It's just we wanna communicate. We are real. We are guys. We like music and we like to share it and we like to communicate something important for us. That's it.
Awesome. Now you mentioned critics earlier. You've been and critiques. But you've been getting some awesome reviews for Hopium. Like the reviews that you've posted and I've seen floating around have been very, very strong. Does that feel very satisfying to you after all the hard work you put in?
Yeah, for us, yes, because we are always surprised because when you have something to say, you don't think, okay, this works, and the audience will be grateful, will be thrilled about this one or this part. No, we want to communicate something. So when people say, "Oh, it's great, you did a great job, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10," for us, it's great to hear it because it's something that surprises us every time. Because not to be uh, fakely humble, but
You
it's
don't, I mean, yeah,
just
you don't want to be arrogant or egotistical about it, but at the same time, it's like, oh, well, that's nice that, people are actually paying attention and
yeah, it's nice because we think the people grows with us. Maybe we're surprised because okay, they catch what we were about to say. They understand the meaning, and the work because we're not sure every time. And in the past, we did so many different songs. So sometimes uh, for for people is confusing. Maybe it could sound so confusing, but this time, as you say, no. So we're very very grateful about the response of this album. For and the for the newcomers because we got newcomers, not just the old fan base, right?
the diehards.
So
And then I think also the work that you put in on those playthrough videos has definitely helped get more exposure. Those are awesome. Tell people about those, and do you enjoy putting those together? Are they a lot of work, a headache, and it's just kind of nice to get them done?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we did it in the studio where we mixed and master in parts partially, but we mixed the whole album, and there in it's not so far from Rome, but this is near the sea from the east Italy, and we had a lot of struggle because it was the first time we actually play and record and to be perfect because okay, we got live video, no, but it's different.
Mhm.
And we got videos where we play, but actually we don't play. In the in this too, because we got Hopium and Glitch too, with the same situation. We recorded two tunes and two of the songs that I like the most. So for us was very important to deliver the message with music, lyrics, and presence in the right way.
Excellent.
So we had a great. What was great? The response, but the experience. What is? We will do it again.
Now, is it also convenient though doing those tracks, the playthroughs, almost as a bit of rehearsal for your upcoming shows later this month? Because you got some shows happening with Pain of Salvation. That's pretty cool. And then
Yeah,
what was it? The Be Prog My Friend in Barcelona.
Barcelona, right?
Yeah, and some pretty stellar bands on that bill too, with Haken and Pure Reason Revolution. That's
Yeah,
I think those are very
yeah.
kind of fitting
A
bands.
great festival. I like it. I like it, and it's the first time we played there, and we're thrilled. We're so excited to be there among those great bands. I liked so much Pure Reason Revolution and Haken too. We played in the Netherlands with them in 2 different days, but we've been listening to the show there, so they're great, and it's always good to play among the greats.
Nice.
So
So after that, are you kind of maybe working on your own tour or maybe a package?
yeah, for sure after those dates, for the start of the new year, we're working on tour for sure for the Europe for sure, and maybe for the second part of the year. I can say now, but for sure we will bring this album. We hope worldwide. So
So we'll keep our
we're
fingers
working on it.
crossed for North America.
We're working on it. Yeah,
Okay.
we're working on it. And for North America, we need more time because for the schedule, and we have to think about everything because it's a long journey, and you need to balance the dates and the problems with the trips and the gears and all this stuff. But for sure, because we've been there many times in North America, and it was great with Penal Salvation too. So it was
Yeah, it's a perfect match.
great. We had a great response, and we like to be there, and in Canada too, because we like both. So we're working on it, and let's talk about it in the at the end of this year.
Okay, maybe we'll have to meet again and chat about your 2025 plans.
Yeah, yeah, of
Because
course.
yeah, I was thinking it was a bit of a shame almost because believe it starts today, or did it start yesterday? The Prog Power in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah,
It almost seems like
yeah.
that'd be perfect for you right now with the album just dropping week and a half.
Well, yeah, but would be
Yeah,
great. Would have been great, but
yeah. Goal for
we
next
had
year.
yeah. We're working on it because well, with the crew, we know the crew very well of Prog Power, and we wanna because we've been there with Phlegethon. Imagine is the first album with me, the King Crow. So now is more than 14 years. I don't know, 12, 14 years. I can say it. So I don't remember so well, but it's time.
Let's make it
Now it's
happen.
time.
Well, I
Yeah,
appreciate.
yeah, we're different. Sorry.
No, I was just saying I appreciate your time today so much. It's nice to connect with you. It's nice to hopefully introduce you to some new faces and introducing King Crow's music to some new people. I really advise everybody to check out Hopium because it is brilliant if you appreciate substance, quality rather than quantity. And hopefully we'll see King Crow somewhere in North America in 2025. If you've got the budget for it, or maybe you're listening in overseas, you can go see them later this month in September. 4 shows, including the Be Prog My Friend festival. And I appreciate your time today, Diego. This was awesome.
Thank you very much, JJ. Thank you very much for the nice interview and the bad questions.
This is Different Stages Radio.